Recording.
Iowa State at Colorado. VR, tell us about the line moves.
Okay, Iowa State opened a 1-point road favorite. We're looking at 2.5 today at Colorado.
Okay, so I got to be honest with you. I usually have an opinion of where this is coming from. I think neither of these teams are public. So my gut feeling is this is a genuine move, though it's only moving 1.5 around non-key numbers. So I'm saying it's a genuine move, but not a super strong move.
I agree. And more importantly, this is one of those situations where I wouldn't be surprised if it is just an attempt at a middle, though, and getting ahead of the market. Here's the reason. Nobody's betting Colorado come Saturday. Here's a team that's lost 5 or 6 in a row. They haven't covered since September. If anyone's going to get money, it's only going to come in on Iowa State. Because of that, once that 1 came out, you know, if you lay that 1.5, public's going to drive it up past that key number of 3. We're going to see 3 come Saturday. I don't think we're going to see enough money to get it past that 3.5. And if it does, past that 3, excuse me. Because if that happens, it won't last for more than 30 seconds. Everybody's going to be buying it back, of course. So you won't get that 3.5. Everybody's going to be waiting for that. What I think is going to happen
is... They say it flashes, and then boom,
that's it.
People
That's it.
I
mean, everybody's going to race to grab that 3.5. So you might see a book like Bodog, one of your square books, pop it up for a little bit. But I think they would get enough wise guy money on it that it would have to come back off it down to 3. This one shouldn't go off higher than 3. But with that said, it's getting ahead of the marketplace.
So what you're saying is they're saying, hey, we know we're not, even though Iowa State's not a public team, we know Colorado, in a way, you can either have a public team or a team people want to bet against.
Yeah. So one of those teams you're looking to fade.
All right, so people's looking to fade Colorado. It comes out under a key number. They figure, let's get on top. We probably like this play a little. This thing's going to hit at least 52.4% anyway, which means they break even lane 110, even if they don't get to buy it back. So it's break even, let's say. If it does get up to 3, all of a sudden you can take a +3 and a -1.5.
Exactly, and because surprisingly, this will end up being a pretty heavy bet game. The bookmakers will
by the public.
Yeah, because this is
it looks so easy.
This is going to be one of those heavy one-sided games that will play a factor in whether having a winning Saturday or a losing Saturday. I think Iowa State's going to be tied up to a lot of exotics. This is one of those games that looks extremely easy.
So why doesn't the line maker open this at 3?
You tell me. Because they're terrible. Because they're terrible.
Quote VR on that.
Because they're terrible. That's why. I say that all the time. Why would you not open it up at that number? I mean, so many games I'm asking that same question.
Well, there's 2 reasons. One would be you don't get it. You don't know that it's going to be public. They disagree with you. They don't think it's going to be public Iowa State. Or they want Iowa State. Yeah. Meaning if you like, and that's Marco's theory.
I don't believe as much they want Iowa State as much as I believe them thinking that at 3, that's a bad number for Iowa State. Like, there's a lot of value on Colorado at that number.
So you're saying because 3
not them saying we want them to come in and bet this because we know what's going to happen.
You just don't want +3 sharp action.
Exactly.
And that's the thing about a half point being so key is you can be stuck in no man's land where if you're short of 3, you're going to be getting this action, and at 3, you're going to be getting the opposite action. You're going to get, it seems like, lopsided action no matter what you do.
And I think what's going to happen come Saturday is the books are willingly going to put this up at 3 and maybe even 3 -120. Let you come back on Colorado at even money. Because what that's going to do is simply help them balance their action.
Yeah, but you don't want to get sided at 3.
Exactly. That's the fear. That's the worry you have. But I think better than being that exposed, I think they're going to be willing to take that chance. We're going to see 3 come Saturday.
So my takeaway here is not only do you look at, and I have never thought of this, which is interesting, not only do you look at is one side going to be bet because the public loves that side, because the public loves the side, but sometimes they're going to bet a side because the public hates and
another
wants to
team.
fade
Just
the
wants.
other side.
I mean, there's teams that you look to fade, that you're looking to not back. I mean, it happens in the NFL. It happens in college sports. There's certain teams that you've seen week in and week out, and people are just looking to fade them. Look in the NFL, Carolina. Everyone's just looking, who are they playing next week so I could fade them.
I bet more people have thought about Colorado's football program this week with the coach being fired than the entire season combined, and it's all negative. Coach fired, bad performance, et cetera,
Haven't
et cetera.
covered, haven't won.
Yeah, and all right.
That's why I think for this ugly of a game, the books it'll be significant for them. It is going to play a major role in whether they have a winning or losing Saturday, I think, for at least that part of the day.
So line prediction is that it's going to go up, which means if you like Iowa State, play it now. If you like Colorado, wait to at least get 3.
I agree.
All right. Next up, who are we talking about
Auburn,
next?
Georgia.
Oh, big one. A lot of line move here. Next up, Auburn, Georgia line move analysis.